What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about a credit card for those of you that need to build credit. You don't have perfect credit or anything close to it right now, but you're trying to get there. So we have an option for you that's going to help you to build credit even if you do have a bad credit score. We're going to be talking about the Surge credit card today. Now, if you are having issues with your credit currently, you may have a bunch of questions on what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and different things like that. So I do have an ebook for you guys that are having issues with your credit. It's free and you can download it, and you'll be able to answer a lot of your credit questions and hopefully get those answered and be able to see some progress with your credit and just get to a better place, other than trying to build credit, as we're going to talk about today. Now, make sure you go down to the description of this video to check out that free top credit questions guide so that you can get more information and get your credit questions answered. But if you guys don't know me, I'm Will Frazier, your credit and business expert. And again, today we're going to be talking about building credit with bad credit. Now, a lot of you guys may be trying to find options that you can use, and you may be running short on options that you can use to try to build credit. Now, this Surge card is actually a card that somebody wanted me to review and look at, so I'm giving you guys some information on it and how it works so you can see how it might possibly be able to help you with your situation if you determine this to be something that you want to try out. Again, this is just for informational purposes, so I'm just letting you guys know how this card works and what this option might be able to do for you. Now, one thing that's going to be important when you're trying to build credit is you're going to want something that's going to report to all three credit bureaus. So you're going to want something that's going to help knock out three birds with one stone, because you don't want something that's only going to report to one or two credit bureaus. Now, one good thing about this card is that it actually does report to all three credit bureaus, so you will actually be able to see this help you increase all three of your credit scores. Now, another good thing about this card, which you're going to see right here, is you can double your credit limit with Surge, meaning that you can double your credit limit after you've made a certain number of on-time payments. So that is very good. You can just straight up double your credit limit after you've shown that you are capable of actually paying on time. Now, as you can see here, they also mentioned that you can see if you pre-qualify, meaning that you'll be able to see if you can actually get this card by pre-qualification, meaning you don't get a hard pull unless you actually go through with the offer. But initially you can do a pre-qualification, it'll be a soft pull, and you may not have to worry about an inquiry on your credit report. Now, when it comes down to this credit limit, which you will get, they give you up to $1,000 initially. You can get a credit limit anywhere from $300 to $1,000 initially when you first apply for this card. Now, that means that if you were able to get approved for $1,000, that after you have made those payments that you have to make, it can double your credit limit to $2,000. Now, that can be very, very good for your utilization, because if you are maintaining a good balance on this credit card and then you are actually having a double credit limit, that means that you are increasing the amount of credit that you have available, and the amount of credit that you're using is still going to be low if it was already low, and then you can decrease your credit utilization by a lot, which helps your credit score by a lot by keeping your utilization low. Also, having that higher credit limit will help you to keep a lower utilization. Also, let's say you had another credit card that may have been maxed out, then you getting this credit card or having the credit limit increase after a set amount of time. In this instance, is going to be your first 6 months of on-time required minimal payments. Then that can actually help you out even though you may have a maxed out card, because this will help to lower your utilization in that situation as well. Now, just so you know, this is not a secured credit card, so you do not have to actually put down a deposit or anything like that. If you get approved for this, then you basically have access to a regular credit card with the credit limit without you having to have a deposit. So that is another upside to this card. And you can see here the application that they have right here on the left. So it's a pretty straightforward application that you can fill out and submit that information to see if you can get approved for this offer. Now, we're going to talk about a few of the downsides of this credit card, and one of those things is going to be something that you should possibly expect when it comes to credit cards for those that may have poor or challenged credit, and that is going to be the fees and the interest rate. So as you can see here, the APR ranges from 24.99 to 29.99. So almost about 30% at the max as far as the rates and APR. Now, if you do end up being one of the people that want to try out this card and you may be concerned about the interest rate, one thing I can say, as long as you pay off the balance of your card before the set time frame that they give you to be able to pay it, which is usually anywhere from like 25 to 30 days, then you will not pay any interest on whatever your balance is, because that interest is calculated on your balance after you have held a balance past that particular amount of time that they give you. So as long as you pay off your balance before that amount of time has passed, you actually can avoid this fee anyway. And you can do this on any credit card if you want to avoid paying interest, no matter how high it may be. But a few things that you won't be able to get around is actually the annual fee. As you can see, they do have an annual fee that they charge on this card. It ranges from $75 to $99 as far as the annual fee goes. So all pre-qualified offers are based on credit worthiness. So basically, this is going to kind of depend on what your credit is at, how much they're going to charge you. Now, the second year of you having this card is going to be $99, and every year past that is going to be $99. And another thing that they don't mention here is going to be, and of course you could just check out the terms and conditions to see the information I'm about to mention, and that is going to be the monthly maintenance fee. As you can see here, it can be anywhere from $0 to $120 annually, meaning that every month they'll either charge you anywhere from $0 to $10. Monthly maintenance fee is not billed for the first 12 months your account is open. So basically, the first year you won't have to pay this monthly maintenance fee, but you do have to pay to keep this account open on a monthly basis. And I'm assuming that if your credit isn't that bad, you'll get the $0. But if you do have, really challenged credit, it's more than likely going to be $10 per month at the maximum that you're going to be paying. You have to pay to actually keep this card open, which can really be a downfall to having a card, knowing that you have to pay annually and that you have to pay monthly in addition to that. Even though they do give you a decent amount of credit as far as the credit limit, which is still based on your credit worthiness, your income, and all of that stuff, this is still something that you want to take into account if this is something that you wanted to try out as far as trying to build up credit. Again, I'm just sharing the information with you guys so that you can know what you're up against, and it's up to you to decide on if you wanted to try something like this or not. So overall, again, I can say some of the main benefits of this card is going to be the fact that it does report to all 3 credit bureaus, so it can help you with all 3 of your credit scores. If you get approved for up to that $1,000 limit, you can double that credit limit by paying on time for 6 months, or whatever your credit limit actually is, it will double after 6 months if you make those 6 payments on time. And you do have to call in to request for the credit limit to be increased after you've made those payments on time. And that can help keep your credit utilization very low, or help to decrease your utilization if it may have already been high. And of course, that is based on the amount of the credit limit that you had on previous cards, because if you had a $3,000, $5,000 credit card that was maxed out, and then you get this, it might lower your utilization by a little bit, but it's not going to lower it as much as it would if, say, the card that you had already maxed out was a $300 card or a $500 card. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about getting this, if you're using it to try to lower your utilization. So overall, on the credit building side, this card can give you, some pretty good benefits, especially with the doubling credit limit. But you still have to keep in mind the fees that are there, because the fees can, stack up. Even though you can avoid the interest rate because you can pay it off early, you're still going to have to deal with that annual fee and the monthly maintenance fee if they decide to charge you a monthly maintenance fee on that second year going forward. So if this information was helpful, I hope you liked this video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of any new videos I drop like this. I'm going to send you guys to some other credit cards since you stayed to the end, and other credit building options if you're looking for more options to build credit. And I'll see you guys next time.